Damas y caballeros, it's time to get up, stand up, sit down, or get down. To the best música de conjunto and everything in between. De las leyendas de ayer, hoy y mañana. So hate it or love it, it's chanclazo time. Con el parrandero y la güera, here on the Rancho Alegre show on KEDA Radio Jalapeño.
Hola amigos, les habla su amigo Flaco Jimenez
y Santiago Jiménez Jr. Están escuchando a Rancho Alegre Radio.
Aunque pasen años de terrible ausencia, no habrá diferencia en mi puro amor. Yo te quiero mucho si estoy a tu lado, si estoy alejado, mi anhelo es mayor. Contigo yo siento que vivo en la vida, contigo es mi vida, la sed de mi amor. Porque contigo siempre mitigo todas las tristezas de mi corazón. Yo tuve ausente mi bien querido. Ya estoy contigo, hoy es mi amor. Contigo yo siento que vivo en la vida, contigo es mi vida, la sed de mi amor. Porque contigo siempre mitigo todas las tristezas de mi corazón. Yo tuve ausente mi bien querido. Ya estoy contigo, hoy es mi amor.
Okay, amigos, here we are once again, this time with the person that I like to call the Texas King of the Squeeze Box, Mr. Flaco Jimenez. Flaco, muchas gracias. Thank you for being here for this interview.
Thanks for this invitation.
Yes, sir.
And gracias por todo, and a big hello to everybody out there. And I wish them all the best.
Thank you. Thank you very much for that. We really appreciate you and all the work you've done and continue to do. And let's get right to it. We all know you as Flaco Jimenez. I want to know, did you ever record as Leonardo Jimenez?
Yes, I did. I think it was around the 1950s. I think it was 1950, 1952, around that time, and I had a band. It was a 3-piece band, and acoustic band. I mean, as far as a bajo sexto and slap bass, a bass guitar. Bass, tololoche we call it.
Yes.
Okay. So, in fact, my first compadre or compañero that was in my band was Henry Zimmerly, that he's been recording. Oh, man, he's got a lot of recordings.
Oh, yes,
many
he
hits.
does.
And there's another guy, Joe Ponce, which he was on the upright bass. So then my dad, Santiago Senior, decided to name us Leonardo Jimenez y sus caporales.
Oh, okay.
Caporales, like caporal
Right,
cowboys or
right.
whatever. Yeah. So but at that time I didn't record under Leonardo Jimenez. I think in the late mid 50s, which was the first record that I recorded under Leonardo Jimenez, but it was just a couple of recordings on 78s.
Got you.
Yeah, but then my dad was the one that suggested to use his nickname, because he in 1930s, when he was recording, he was called El Flaco
Gotcha.
on Decca Records. So in the late 40s, he decided to change his name under Santiago Jimenez y sus Valedores. And then I started recording, and then around the 1955, my dad decided to. His idea was for me to be called Flaco because of his nickname. So actually, he gave me his nickname, and he said, "Why don't you record under Flaco Jimenez?" And so in 1955 was the first record I did on Rio Records under Flaco Jimenez.
Gotcha.
Y su conjunto, or just Flaco Jimenez. It was around, it was in 1952, I think it was.
So your father was the one who gave you the name.
He gave me the
Flaco
name of Flaco Jimenez.
Awesome.
Up to now.
And did you ever record with anybody else in the industry? I've been told, I don't know, but I've been told that you recorded with Cornelio Reina.
Well, there are so many stories of that that are not true, really.
Okay.
So I recorded with a few other guys, but being so many that I've recorded with, offhand I can't recall.
Oh, I understand.
So
I understand.
many, and there's so many recordings that I did.
It's hard to remember.
On 78s and but at that time. It was just the name of the group or whatever. If I recorded with somebody, but they didn't give you credit on
Right.
who's in the accordion, who's in the bajo or bass drums or whatever. So, and along the line, I've set in with a lot of groups lately, and at my young age.
Of course.
Silencio, corazón, porque estás triste. Si tu amor te abandonó, consuélate con llorar. No te andes apasionando con cosas que no son tuyas. Mira que esa prieta algún día te paga mal. ya se lo van a llevar. Pero qué cuidado es ese, si al cabo en el mundo hay más. No te andes apasionando con cosas que no son tuyas. Mira que esa prieta algún día te paga mal. El amor que tú tenías ya se lo van a llevar. Pero qué cuidado es ese, si al cabo en el mundo hay más.
And so who was the one that taught you the accordion? I'm going to assume it was your father, Don Santiago, that taught you. But
Oh well, this is a story that I was self-taught.
Oh, okay.
I was but watching my dad play at home the accordion.
Okay.
So there was and at that time Santiago Jimenez at that time was going real strong on his recordings, and so I managed to get his accordion, and when he used to work daily work, you know, he used to have two jobs, you know, day job and
Right.
then play on the weekends. So every day when he went to work, I managed to get his accordion and started learning how to play, but he didn't know I was playing.
Right.
But it was easy. It would have been easy for me to say, "Dad, can I use your accordion?" But I was like, "Oh, I don't know if I can touch this accordion. It's his, you know."
Right.
Uh-huh. And one day, I was about 7 years old, and one day when he went to work, he came early from work, so he got out of work early, and I was practicing the accordion, so he was surprised because he heard somebody playing the accordion, but he didn't have a clue who was in there at home, you know. He opened the door, but not all, he just half door, so he
peeking
could
in.
just peek it in, and then he when he opened the door, he approached me, and I thought I'm gonna get a spanking or whatever. No, it was the other way around. He came straight to me and gave me a big hug and started crying, because it was a surprise for him,
Right.
that I was learning how to play, and but he didn't have a clue that I already knew how to play his polkas or
Right.
whatever. So that was he got real excited and cried and hugged me, and it was a real happy momento,
Right,
for
right.
him. Yeah.
And what other instruments have you played, or do you know how to play?
Well, I started with the guitar. I didn't feel comfortable with the guitar, but there was no other instrument, just my dad's accordion.
Right.
So the guitar player that used to play with my dad at that time, I borrowed his guitar. His name was Juan Peña.
Mm-hmm.
So I started learning how to play a little, the basic chords or
Right.
whatever. And no, I stuck to the accordion, but still, I got to learn the guitar, and then I love bajo sexto. So I managed to borrow a bajo sexto from, I don't know, I can't recall offhand. But I started playing the bajo sexto.
Right.
So then my dad said, "Oh, you're getting, you are getting good on that, doing good, on that bajo playing. So why don't we try, or make it a try for you to record with me?" And I was about 14 years old when I started recording.
How did you feel when he asked?
I felt real good because I was in love de mi papa on his side, and he was real proud that then when we heard then I started singing with him, recording and singing and playing the bajo with him. So and the vocals meshed real good, and so we recorded. I don't know how many long plays or even the 45s.
Right.
We recorded with Joey Records. We recorded with Rangel, Discos Corona, and at that time,
Right.
So then he didn't have to worry about getting a bajo sexto or a singer, so I did it myself with him, and it was real fun to do.
I imagine. Yeah. There's actually video out there of you playing with your father and Santiago, your brother.
Oh yeah, but I was older. Just imagine when I was about 13 years old,
right.
recording with him. It was real fun doing, and I was real proud of my dad. Still I am.
Of course.
Yes.
And I know with my brothers, no matter what we do, planchando, playing football, whatever, we're always competitive.
Mm-hmm.
So my question is, you and Santiago, were y'all ever competitive? Like, watch out, look what I can do, or on the accordion and back and forth, like a friendly competencia,
No, not really. I think that he's got his own style, or my dad's style.
Right.
So it's very different from mine. So we don't say, "Hey, watch what I do here."
Right.
No, we're always non-competitive.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
And we recorded together.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
And we actually caught you on stage together in Austin a year or so back. That was very wonderful to see. I tell everyone you need to check these two when they're together. It's just a different level.
And if you hear my dad's recording,
mm-hmm.
and even me and Dad recorded recordings, and then you hear Santiago, my junior, you can tell the difference of accordion playing and vocal.
Right.
He's got that strong voice.
He does.
So if you just shut your eyes, and listen, you don't know who's who.
You're right.
Uh-huh.
Ando borracho de celos y sentimientos, porque ayer tarde a mi chata la hallé enojada. ¿Quién es ese amigo que ayer te tenía abrazada? Pero ay, qué caray, qué retraidora mujer. Tú tienes la culpa que yo de borracho viva. Tú tienes la culpa que yo de borracho muera. Sírvame otra otra copa, señorita cantinera. Que quiero olvidar la traición de esa mujer. La culpa que en tu casa no me quiera. Tú tienes la culpa que nadie me pueda ver. Te quiero y te adoro y al cabo lo han de saber. Tienes que ser mi mujer. Ando borracho de celos y sentimientos. ¿Por qué me dejaste por seguir a otros amores? No se te olvide que aunque andes entre las flores, tengo que ser el dueño de tu querer.
So, Señor Flaco, you are a veteran of
Oh,
these
yes.
United States.
Yes, I was drafted, and I put in 2 years of Army,
Uh-huh.
and I was in Korea for a year.
Did you play accordion while you were in the service?
There was no time to play accordion in
Right,
Korea.
I imagine. And we were talking earlier about recording. The studios that you recorded in were smaller than this room. Like you said, it was like almost like a restroom, the size of a bathroom.
I call it a toilet. And just one little window about 18 by 18 or whatever, you know. And it was a record shop. It was a Rio Records.
Oh, okay.
And it was a record shop. And at that time, when the record shop was closed, whatever, Jaime Wolf was the owner of the Rio Records. And so he set up his machine there, and he was mastering at the same time we were recording. The mastering, it means, you know, that you're doing the real master, because at that time it was 78 RPM.
Right.
So, and then inside that toilet studio, it was just a microphone hanging from, I don't know where he hung, you know, that microphone just on top of us. So there was no separation like now, you know.
Right.
It was just a quarter-inch tape, and that's. Yeah, and then if we did a mistake or something in between we were recording, there was not like today you can, you know, overdub or
edit
it or whatever. But then when if you made a mistake of what you were recording, you had to go and play it all over again from the very top.
Wow.
So
Wow.
there was no editing or nothing, you know. So or sometimes it was almost finished, you know. I said, "Oh man, here goes the ending," you know. And then close to the ending, I made a mistake or whatever, and then boom, man, started again. So it was work.
It was
you
tough for
know.
them back, right?
Yeah, and it didn't come. Sometimes we got lucky and made a first take, but it was kind of tough.
And one thing that I do with your recordings, and we had a conversation before about this, is that I slow them down because for some reason they're sped up. You know, I believe you said they started at G, but by the time they get the finished product, it's at an A. Or something.
Oh yes, well, you know, and it happened, and especially on that label, on that Rio Records. There were so many guys that recorded here in San Antonio conjuntos. Valerio Longoria, Armando in San Antonio Alegre, you know, from way back.
Right.
And well, so many guys from San Antonio, and they used to they recorded on that certain label. It was the only label that recorded us, you know.
Right.
And when he was mastering the you know the tape, not the tape, mastering the record, it was not actually on the right speed. Instead of being, you know, the 45 RPM,
right,
or the 70 AM, sorry,
mm-hmm.
the 78 RPM, it was like a it was like a 78, 79, like a 60 RPM or something. It was so fast, man.
Right.
And so actually, when you heard the record, it was so fast that it really, it was not the real thing.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
I always say if you didn't hear Flaco, you know, throughout his career, you wouldn't know that you were too fast. Yeah.
And people used to tell me, "Oh man, I heard you're on the radio." They used to play those 78s on the radio, and they said, "Oh, Flaco, you're so fast. How come? I mean, you're a genius, you know, playing so fast." But it was not me; it was the RPM.
And that's why I tell people, go to live shows. That way you'll know exactly how they sound.
The tempo, the polka wasn't changing, you know, the real fast. So it made a lot of difference. And then when I started recording with other companies, like I would say DLB or Falcon or whatever other labels, now it was a real thing, you know.
Right.
So it made a lot of difference, and people enjoy more the real thing instead of somebody, you know, like the Rio that recorded us so fast.
Right.
And the people say, "Oh, it's great. I mean, it's great." But then we started recording on duet, me and Henry Zimley,
mm-hmm.
and we were recording when it came out. Man, it sounded like the Chipmunks singing, you know.
Right.
So fast.
So your memories of being on the road, I'm sure you've played with a lot of other great bands too. Who are some of the people that you've done shows with back then? Mention Valerio. Any shows with Valerio?
No, well, I started playing regularly in certain clubs Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So I was not on the road till later on.
Got you. Okay.
Yeah. So I played a lot. A few years in they call it the East Side Club, near Brownfields.
Oh, okay.
And then and Fiesta in Pleasanton Road, I think it was. But mainly in the East Side Club, and at that time there was no competition. There was not that many clubs to go.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, I played around the area on plataformas, we call them plataformas, dance halls outside, like in Torres, in the outskirts of San Antonio.
Okay.
So I didn't go out of town at all because I didn't. There was no facilities at all as far as transportation. I have a old beat up car, whatever. Right. It wouldn't make it to Poteet, man.
Wow.
Yeah. So as time went by, then I started buying, of course, old cars or whatever. But that made it to Dallas or Corp or whatever, hauling a trailer, homemade trailer,
right.
And those small speakers were just two-channel microphones, or even we call it a head, a brain, or
right.
whatever, 4 mics or whatever, and. So I started progressing, of speakers and all for because there were bigger halls.
Right.
Uh-huh. And well, that's I played there and then I started going further to Austin, and as the time went by, and I got a little bit more. When I started going further. I went to Dallas, Houston, those places. But and then we sometimes took a chance and went to Chicago and Milwaukee or whatever for La Raza over there, the Chicanos and whatnot, So, but I had a few flat tires, man. A few. And then we travel about, might be 100 miles or 90 miles or whatever. And, those recaps don't last too long. Right. Okay, about 100 miles or whatever, and pow! Okay, everybody get the jack and get the whatever, put another tire. I had about, in my trailer, I had about 3 spare tires. Wow. So we got there, and there's a lot of experiences, around
right.
the way, eating, bread and bologna.
Of course.
Yeah, that's a musician's life. You know.
That's right. It's not always up.
We just passed the restaurants and just got the smell of the restaurant and went to the store and bought some bologna and pan and cheese or whatever, and there we go.
That's right. And let me ask you, since you went out of state and you were during the time when there was a lot of the civil rights movement was going on, did you ever find any problems finding a hotel because you were Latino back then, or any problems like that?
Actually, no. Not that I recall, but no. Everything went smooth along my career.
Right.
So I never went through those experiences, of races or,
Right.
No. It was real cool for me,
Good. Good. Because I noticed you go to a Flaco Jimenez show and you see all colors, all people, just having a great time. And that's one of the things that I've always admired about. You've crossed fronteras like no other that I've seen. And I'm very proud of that.
I think when I was in my teens, when I started recording, or even in my 20s or whatever, I decided to cross over.
Right.
I used to listen to country music. I listened to country, and I used to listen to it was KGNB in New Braunfels, and it was a program there. It was oompa music, polka music. So I caught on a lot of things from that the music that I liked, polka.
Right.
Polka. And then there was a station that was called, the program was called the Cowboy Jamboree. It was in KONO years back. So I changed for KONO, and then I go to oompa music, and then I went to country. At that time, there was rock and roll was not even in the scene yet.
Right.
Not even the scene. So in the 50s, when Elvis and all those guys, Buddy Holly and the Drift, the who had, the rock and roll, the golden day,
golden age,
the
yes.
golden age of rock and roll. So I went to, the funds,
Sabes que te quiero y que no te puedo olvidar. Tú eres mi cariño, yo te quiero así hasta el fin. Open up your heart and let my love come in. Open up your heart and let my love come in. Open up your heart and let my life begin. Open up your heart and let my love come in. Open up your heart and let my life begin. Oh darling, if you love me like the way I do, please don't try to scare me. Say you love me true. Now that you know, darling, that I've told you everything. Open up your heart and let my love come in.
Talking about the old times, on the road and stuff, there are certain things that seem to be disappearing, and I know you've done your part to keep it alive. And I'm talking about valses, chotices, redobas. I mean, those were beautiful. That's beautiful music to dance to. and it seems to be disappearing. And how do you feel about those type of dances and stuff?
Well, I would say, like you said, there were beautiful musics like polkas, redovas, and waltzes or whatnot. You know, real down to earth music.
Yes.
And danceable,
Right.
dancing music. You know, and it's not just our kind of music. There's so many other types of music. They have lost it because of trying to exaggerate and modernize it that much that they lose the heart.
Right.
You know, not if like people. I don't want to say that I cannot do it. I can do it, but still I stick to my roots. I stick to where I come from, but still sometimes you have to modernize things to make it a little different, so you can add your old type of playing, kind of playing, and then add some modern things to it. But don't go overboard, you know, like being too tricky, making a lot of tricks on not just the accordion, you know, like a guitar or whatever instrument. If you overdo it, you lose the heart, you lose the soul to it.
Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly.
And so I always try to make it as simple as possible.
Right.
But if there's something I have to do that fits, but I'll be sure that I don't go exaggerate.
Right. Right.
Yeah, even though you can do it, but still, I know real well that it's going to lose that sentimental, that heart, that sentimental things.
Right.
Uh-huh.
And I want to talk about some of your recordings también. When I say the word chicken skin, what do you think of?
Chicken skin, I would say it's like real satisfying music that comes to your ears and make you goosebumps.
Oh yes, oh yes. And of course, we're talking about the chicken skin recordings, you know, that you did.
Oh, the one that I recorded with Rycooter.
That's right.
Yes,
that's right.
It was one of my first experiences of adding the accordion to his kind of music.
Right.
And but really, at first, my first invitation of doing some recordings of a part of what I did, what I was recording.
Right.
Doug Sum was first one that invited me to join him in a certain recording that they were recording in New York at Atlantic Records.
Mm-hmm.
And so before that, he used to go to my house and say, and you know, get that guitar and whatever. He sat down on the floor and said, "Hey, Flaco, get your accordion, man. You know, we can jam, we can do something," because he liked the accordion.
Right.
Yeah, the accordion sound. So and one day he unexpectedly he called me from New York and said, "Here we're doing a record, the Sir Douglas Band, and here's Augie, and here's Dr. John, here's Bob Dylan, and you know, I got like, what? You know, is it for real? You know?" And so they flew me over to New York. So I didn't have a clue what kind of things that I had to do with his material.
Right.
Yeah, but I knew his stuff. I heard Doug with his band, and I knew the I understood his soul of his groove. He says his
Right.
groove. So it was not that difficult for me to blend with accordion of this record that we did. It was an LP,
Right.
and that was my first experience. And then from there, I heard from Ry Cooder, so there I go and do his kind of music. So
Right.
so the word got around that
Right.
the accordion could fit in many kinds of musics.
Right.
Not all kinds of musics, but if it fits, it fits.
Right.
So go ahead and do it.
And let me ask you, when someone like Ry Cooder or Doug Somm or someone calls you to do a part in their song, do they tell you how to play, or do they say, "What do you think, Flaco? What can you do with this?" How does that work?
Well, usually they just leave me a spot or different spots. I just played from top to bottom,
Gotcha.
and then from there they take out what fits
Got you.
in different, or even if they say a solo, then I have to just improvise.
Got you.
I have to. It's improvisation. That's about what I do.
Right.
Right. And I don't do the same thing if they say, okay, play another cut just for safety reasons. Play
Right.
the solo, but I won't do it the same.
Right.
It's very different from what I did in the first one.
Right.
So it's improvisation. That's what it is.
Put your sweet lips a little closer to the phone, and let's pretend that we're together all alone. I'll tell the man to turn the jukebox way down low. And you can tell your friend there with you, he'll have to go. Whisper to me, tell me, do you love me too? Or is he holding you the way I do? Though love is blind, make up your mind. I've got to know. Should I hang up, or will you tell him he'll have to go? You can say the words I want to hear when you're with some other man. Do you want to answer yes or no? Darling, I will understand. Put your sweet lips a little closer to the phone, and let's pretend that we're together all alone. I'll tell the man to turn the jukebox way down low, and you can tell your friend there with you, he'll have to go.
Working with the Rolling Stones, you recorded with the Rolling Stones. How was that experience?
We were. I was on tour in San Francisco at that time. They were working on this album, Voodoo Lounge.
Voodoo Lounge, that's right.
Yeah, and I don't know how they talked to the manager or my manager or whatever that I was going to be off the next day of the gig that I was doing in San Francisco.
Uh-huh.
So they managed to call it was in the someplace in San Francisco. I can't recall. Must have been a Great American Music Hall. So when I went backstage after the show, somebody handed me a phone number, and it says it said Don Was. Well, I didn't know who he was, you know. Who was Don Was? So and then I knew, and they told me it was the producer that he was producing that record of the Rolling Stones,
right,
which was Voodoo Lounge, and he said that he asked me to call him, so I called Don, and he said that if I was available to go and do this certain track of Voodoo Lounge, which is Sweethearts Together.
Right.
And if I say yes, I'm gonna do it. You know, I'd say okay. Well, I don't know the song. I don't know what's going on. Whatever. No, just come on over. And I don't know how they managed to get my flight. And Max Bach, from the Tex Maniacs.
Of course, yes.
Yeah, good player. So he tagged along and went with his bajo too. And so when we got to A&M Studio in Hollywood, there was they took me straight to the studio, and the first thing, there was just like a hall like this, a hall, and the studio was on my right hand side. That was just like the entrance to the studio, and but they knew I was getting to the door, and there was a hand like this. I didn't see the face, just a hand, and he had a beer bottle. A Miller Lite, that's because they knew that I'm not a heavy drinker though, but still I like beer anyway.
Right.
I like beer, and it was Jagger, gave me a beer. Come on in. So we got acquainted. We started chatting and this
right,
and that, and I introduced Max to him, and so they told me about the project. We started, chatting about the project, and then Jagger says, we got a certain song here that might be that you can work on it, and so they took me to the studio, inside the studio where the recording was happening. So they had already the microphone set, everything set, but I don't know what I was going to record.
Right.
I said, oh, darn, man. So I got to the booth, to the recording booth, and I said, Jagger says, we're going to play this song for you so you can listen to it. And just so you can get acquainted with it, just it's a simple song, which it is,
Right.
And so just get acquainted with the song. So they ran it through. So I got more or less the idea. Okay, it was so simple of chord changes. So I knew more or less what I was gonna do, but still I have to improvise something. So then the next when they said, okay, Jagger said, we're gonna play it again, but play along with it. I said, okay, what's the rehearsal again anyway? For me to get acquainted.
Right.
So I really caught the song, the pattern of the song. So I started playing along with it, and then I when it was over, that second rehearsal.
Uh-huh.
I just told the guys through the mic, okay, I think I'm ready to record. I think just roll it and I think I've got it. And then Don was punched the button and says, "No, that's it, man. We got you." So there was no one take.
Right.
And then, oh man, I said, oh, thank God, man. I said, so it was no
retake.
Yeah, it was so. If you hear it, it's very simple for chord changes. So the melody itself, it's real catchy.
Right, right.
So it got to me, and Jagger was Keith Richards was the one that was supposed to have a solo in between that song.
Uh-huh.
So when I recorded it all, so they took Keith solo and they put my solo in there.
That is awesome.
Yeah. To top it all off, I said, "Okay, if you want that, man." I think I did. And I didn't listen to his. I was not paying attention to Keith Richards' solo, but I just improvised it,
right,
and it fit in there. So they left it there.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
always something tempting in the wilderness of you. But I will stay right by your side. The truth will let you realize we're sweethearts together. We've only just begun. Sweethearts together. So glad I found someone. Sweethearts forever. Two hearts together as one. As sweethearts together.
Going to the Texas tornadoes, I remember I saw you guys quite a few times, and one of the times there was a room behind the stage, and I was lucky enough to be able to see this. It was all of you guys, and you were all laughing. I mean, laughing like there was no tomorrow. And I was thinking, I wonder how these guys are in the studio. I bet you it was just a blast. Can you give me a little bit of how it was recording with Freddie Fender, Sam?
Oh, man, a barrel full of monkeys, man. Yeah, it was, oh, man. I think all the way through, man, it was real fun.
Right.
No, disagreements, no arguments,
Right.
or so we were a team. We got along real good, and Freddie and Doug was the one that sometimes like cat and dog, but not actually. They were not fighting verbally, not fighting each other. They were that way.
Right,
they
right.
were that way.
Right.
Yeah, and so whenever they had a meeting, we were gonna have a meeting or whatever. I didn't go to no meetings, man. I said, I know there's gonna be a lot of blah 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 whatever. So I didn't go. I passed.
Oh, wow.
So then when the meeting was over, they opened the door, come in, laughing and joking or whatever. So it's over, whatever they argued about or just disagreed about.
Right.
But it turned out to be the real. They were in sync.
Right.
Yeah, everybody was in sync. So, but so many funny stories about. Freddie was a humorous guy, man. He was humorous guy, and we when we were on the bus. Doug always said we were about 12 or 15 guys on the bus when we were touring,
Right.
And the word of Doug is groover. He always grooving. Okay, groove. Even Sean, his son, which is still with the tornado.
Right.
We're still the tornado.
Of course, yes.
That's our main word for the Texas, the groovers or whatever. And when we were rolling, we were going to some place, I don't know where, in the bus. And Doug stood right in the middle of the bus, standing up and says, the groovers on this side of the bus and the non-groovers on this other side of the bus. So it was laughing all the way.
That's what I took away from that. Seeing all y'all laughing as hard as y'all were, I was like, I wonder how they even get anything done in the studio.
Oh, man. Sometimes we had to stop because of laughing. Golly, man.
I can imagine.
Uh-huh.
Now, here is something that I heard, and that's why I'm going to ask you. Is it true that Buck Owens really didn't want an accordion on the streets of Bakersfield with Dwight Yoakam?
That's a story that that I heard, but I really don't know if it's true or not. Really,
Right.
Yes, but there's some stories that might be that he must have he imagined or he thought that that accordion was not going to fit
Right.
on that certain song, "The Streets of Bakersfield."
Right.
So then he went along anyway, you know.
Yeah.
But what I heard that accordion in country or in this Streets of Bakersfield, but it was Dwight's idea
Mm-hmm.
and Dwight's recording, you know,
Right.
the project.
Uh-huh.
So Buck had to go along regardless anyway.
Right.
So it became number one hit on the Billboard country.
Right.
Number one. So we got let's see.
Yeah.
They,
hey,
they,
you're a part of it.
they-
You're a part of it.
platinum. They went platinum.
Wow.
Gold, platinum, and then we did Austin City Limits when we were at that certain show of Dwight.
Right.
One Austin City Limits, and we added that song to it. And then here comes Buck, you know. And I don't know why he said, "I'm sorry, I was wrong." He said, he told me, you know, I was wrong. And but I didn't ask him, why were you wrong? I didn't say
Right,
nothing.
right,
I
right,
didn't
right.
say nothing, you know. But maybe he was not too acquainted with accordion.
Right.
That of what was going to come out.
Well, I assume if he heard accordion music, the accordion is overbearing, and he didn't understand that it could be background music también. You know, it doesn't have to be
Yes.
just in the front.
Okay, well, there's another thing on that recording that when Pete Anderson was the one that his guitar player,
Yes.
and I think he was producing the record. I'm not sure, but he was the one that was coaching me. In other words,
Right,
Pete.
right.
Pete. So it got me in there in the studio, whatever, and then it was my turn to put the accordion. I didn't rehearse it either.
Right.
I didn't know exactly what part I was going to go in or
Right.
whatever. So Pete Anderson just told me, "Hey, Flaco, just play your ass off," he said. And so I started playing when I started recording. And then I started doing licks like crazy, you know, and too much, you know, doing something that I was overdoing it.
Right.
So then he stopped me. Pete stopped me, and I told him, "You told me when to play my ass off," which I did. Yeah. So he says, "Okay, now I'm gonna cue you. I'm gonna tell you when to come in, or you know." See, he coached me,
Right.
and you know he coached me the right way,
Right.
the
Gotcha.
right way. Because if you overdo it, like he said, if you put too much sugar in the coffee, it doesn't work.
You should watch who he tells. Play your.
Yeah, I minded him, you know, but I was wrong and he was right, you know.
I came here looking for something I couldn't find anywhere else. Hey, I'm not trying to be nobody. I just want a chance to be myself. I've spent 1,000 miles of thumbing. Yes, I've worn blisters on my heels, trying to find me something better here on the streets of Bakersfield. Hey, you don't know me, but you you don't like me. Say you care less how I feel. But how many of you that sit and judge me ever walk the streets of Bakersfield? Spent some time in San Francisco. I spent a night there in the can. Lived through this drunk man in my jail cell. I took $15 from that man. Left him my watch and my old house key. Don't want folks thinking that I'd steal. And I thanked him as I was leaving. And I headed out for Bakersfield. Hey, you don't know me, but you don't like me. Say you care less how I feel. But how many of you that sit and judge me ever walk the streets of Bakersfield? Hey, you don't know me, but you don't like me. Say you care less how I feel. But how many of you that sit and judge me ever walk the streets of Bakersfield? How many of you that sit and judge me ever walk the streets of Bakersfield?
And another band that you performed with, one of our favorites también, Raúl Malo.
Mavericks.
Mavericks.
Oh
That's
yes,
right, the
Mavericks. Another thing. Yeah.
Yeah, so Raúl Malo and the Mavericks. How was that? Seguro que sí, hell yeah. Of course, that song is always requested. You know, it's such a good time song.
Oh yes. Well, that was one of my projects on Seguro que hell yes.
Right. Yeah.
So we. I don't know. I think Morales or somebody got a hold of Raúl, you know, and so Raúl agreed, you know, to sit in and
Right.
and do the vocal
Right.
things. At that time, I had this singer Nuni. He's still with us with the Texas Tornado, Nuni Rubio.
Oh, okay.
But still, they chose Raúl to do that Seguro que hell yes.
Right.
Then time passed, you know, and then I don't know how he got a hold of me or whatever, that he wanted me to put my accordion on his project,
Right.
which was All You Ever Do Is Bring Me Down.
Right.
And we had fun doing that one too, man. I mean, he's quite a character.
He's such a great guy.
Oh, he is, man. He's down to earth guy, you know.
Yeah.
And it's fun, you know.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
I always enjoy what I do and make it as happy as possible, you know, to get around, you know, kid around with the guys and
Right.
and so it's easy when you make friendship all of a sudden.
Right.
You earn a friend. And then he says, "Hey, let's just go ahead and let's do it, man." You know, it gives you energy,
That's right.
energy and
Yeah.
whatever. And by the time you know it, that's a record there, right there.
No, I want to ask about a hit that's also very popular, and how it came about, or where it came from. El Pantalon Blue Jean.
Okay,
What can you tell me about that? recording?
Okay, when I was recording with Joey Records, with Joe Lopez, SAS Recordings, my dad, it came to my dad's mind to make a song because it's my dad's song, and at that time he was like. Everybody's wearing blue jeans nowadays. Blue jean craze, you know. So he just started writing that certain humorous. It's really like a humorous song. And almost all of my recordings that I recorded, it was my dad's ideas.
Okay.
And then vice versa. I came with an idea of the Pantalon Blue Jean. It was my idea of the Pantalon Blue Jean, but he wrote the lyrics.
Got you. Okay.
So then I read it, and it's, this is something, like El Padrecito, he was in blue jeans too, whatever. Those humorous things,
Right.
So and he didn't know how to write or read, just by memory.
Fíjate.
And he had a lot of songs that like Margarita, and so many songs that they still played nowadays, recorded by different groups now.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
How many times Viva Seguin?
So many Viva Seguins from so many renditions of so many accordion players.
That's right.
Todas las muchachas usan pantalón, es la nueva moda y tienen razón. No se ponen medias, usan calcetín, anda muy de moda el pantalón blue jean. Salen de la escuela, suben al camión, todas muy bonitas con su pantalón. Luego por la noche se van a un drive-in, muy entalladito el pantalón blue jean. Ayer por la mañana una boda vi, vestidos a la moda como se usa aquí. Padrinos y madrinas era un gran festín, hasta el padrecito andaba en blue jeans. Es la nueva ola, para qué negar, en Estados Unidos o en cualquier lugar, toditos con la moda que no tiene fin, andamos luciendo el pantalón blue jean.
Dígame luna, ¿qué puedo pensar? María, sos sexy, seguro que es el 10. Seguro que es el 10. Seguro que es el 10. María, sangría, es demasiado. I'm getting higher, seguro que es el 10.
cosa bonita, qué linda. She makes good menudo, seguro que es el 10. Seguro, seguro, 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 seguro que es el
'Flaco, let's talk about your international travels. You've been around the world, haven't you?
Most of the world, yes. Not all of the world, but many parts of the world that I've played. Yes.
Did you ever think you would ever reach that, to be able to... A person that hardly ever left Texas now is somewhere in another country. Did you ever think it was going to come to that?
Well, when I was a young kid, I used to, in school, I used to go over the geography books or you know, windmills and
Right.
all kinds of all kinds of countries, tulips or Mount Fuji,
Right.
and Stonehenge, all of those things that I've read or I saw on my history books, and I had a dream that I would go and check out those places.
Wow.
Uh-huh.
Wow.
And it seemed impossible for me because I said, I wish I could go, but who's going to take me? How can I get to see those places? Or,
Right.
or even kangaroos in Australia, and so many things, you know, in the world.
Right. Right.
Yeah, but being that Ry Cooder was the first one that took me to London, England, to play, to make concerts in England, and so I got to I got to see big band.
Right. Did you meet the Queen?
Yes. No. Yeah, in fact, she went to my concert. No, I'm just kidding.
Right.
But from there on, I think Ry Cooder was the one that opened doors for me for the international scene, you know.
Right.
And from there on, I through Ry Cooder, then the places that I went to invited me with my own group. So then I started going with my own group.
Right.
And then from there on, I went with the Tornadoes, and I went with the different bands or whatever. So, but mainly Ry Cooder was the one that I never went over, gone to overseas before, or
Right.
and it's quite an experience.
Right. I imagine seeing all the places that you looked at in books and seeing them in life was really incredible.
It came true.
Yeah.
It came true. And then I went. I made a tour overseas to England, Scotland, and we did Wales, at that time I was playing with this band, which is known like a not a real country band, but it was like a bluegrass flavor of this man, Peter Rowan. He was like a solo guitar player, like a troubadour guy, you know.
Right.
So we played for several times in England. And then he is one of the guys that introduced me to the outside world, you know
Right,
what I mean?
right.
And then we played in Telluride, Colorado, and so it was. I was in a. There was a concert of just bluegrass, just fiddles and banjos and whatever, and just one accordion in the whole festival. There was no accordion, just one, which was me and Peter Rowan did that. But I caught on to a little thing of bluegrass,
Right, right.
like folk,
Got
folk
you.
music.
Got
Yes,
you. I imagine that with you, you're like a sponge. If you're around it, you soak it in and take what you need from it.
talking about Sponge,
Uh-oh.
I did some stuff with SpongeBob.
Oh, wow.
Yes, with Tom Kenny. It was Tom Kenny.
Wow.
Yeah, I did. I think it was the best day ever. And if you can check it out on SpongeBob, and you see best day ever, and in the credits, it's one song that I did. It's named Barnacles. So you can check that out.
Yes, sure will.
Yeah,
Sure will.
uh-huh.
And
Tom Kenny's, he's a great guy. Yeah, he's a great guy.
sounds like a lot of fun. And let me ask you, back to being on the road internationally or just in Texas, wherever, going back to being a musician, we mentioned the bologna and bread and sometimes the flat tires. How hard was it to leave the family behind, to be on the road for all them dates, to miss birthdays, sometimes maybe Christmas, maybe a New Year?
Well, yeah, it was kind of tough,
Yeah.
you know. Even at that time, you know, we had good facilities or
Right.
this and that. But so long being from home, you know, being away,
Oh, yeah.
I have 8 kids, you know.
Wow.
8. So whenever I was away, my wife is the one, I give her a lot of credit.
Of
because
course.
she took care of things when I was away.
Right. And Flaco, right now, what about future musicians? Who are you looking into, or who do you like out there that's out right now?
Well, in the future musicians, you know those young kids that pick up any kind of instrument, I wish them well, you know. And there's a lot of them now that are beginning, you know, to progress and take music serious, and different kinds of musics, of course. But if you really like music, you love music, and you got it, you know, I think you'll be okay. And talking about young musicians or young kids, you know, that are picking up the accordion or picking up any instrument.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a kid. Yo le digo un kid, you know,
Right.
and he's from Holland, from the Netherlands.
Oh, okay.
And I hear stories of him. His name is Dwayne Verheyden. And there's a story that his dad told me that when he was a real bambino, he used to listen to my music, and as he grew up a little más, you know, con más edad, you know, he started buying all of my records. His room is full of Flaco Jimenez all over the place. And then he started learning how to play the accordion. And up to now, I would say that there's nobody of like that plays, the same style, the same feel, the same as myself.
Right.
And I was just amazed, when I heard him play, and I said, I think it's me, but it's Dwayne. You get confused.
Oh yes.
You get confused, and he's still young. He's got a lot of a lot of future in front of him. So
Right.
I wish him well, and don't be surprised if you hear and you say, "Oh, okay, yeah, Flaco, he did good, Flaco," and it's not me. It's Dwayne Verheyden, and being from the Netherlands,
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
But that's proof that
And
music crosses fronteras.
Yeah, and he's really, really, he can speak good Spanish and Español, Inglés, and the kid has got it,
Who were you thinking of when we were making love last night? Was it a good-looking stranger or a close friend of mine? You didn't want to quit when we was into it last night. Who were you thinking of when we were loving last night? Who were you thinking of when I was making love to you? There was a smile on your face, I ain't seen it some time. You got more out of it than I put into it last night. Who were you thinking of when we were loving last night? Squeeze it, baby. Who were you thinking of when we were making love last night? There was a smile on your face, I ain't seen it some time. You didn't want to quit when we was into it last night. Who were you thinking of when we were loving last night? Who were you thinking of when we were making love last night? Was it a good-looking stranger or a close friend of mine? You didn't want to quit when we was into it last night. Who were you thinking of when we were loving last night? Who were you thinking of when we were loving last night?
Bueno, amigos, I could be here all day talking to this man. And Mr. Flaco, I would like to thank you.
I'm having
so
fun.
much.
I'm having fun with you, man.
I really do appreciate it. Like I said, it's been a dream of mine to sit and talk to you, and here it is. I'm like a little kid in a candy store. And I like to thank Leonard for helping this happen.
Oh
for me,
yes,
your
Leonard,
son.
my son.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
He's the one that takes care of Papa. Or whatever.
That's right.
Yeah, he
does.
says my manager and takes care of things.
Saludos to him, and thank you. And once again, Flaco, thank you. Any message you want to give your fans that are listening about?
Well, I just want to say a big hello to all of my friends, my fans, and I wish them well. I wish them the best for wherever they are or from where they are. Big hello and God bless everybody out there.
All right, amigos, and Flaco, we're gonna have to do this again someday. We're gonna have to get together again.
Well, keep on rolling, man.
Yes, sir.
Let's do it now.
So we will see you next time here for Rancho Alegre Radio.
Hasta la vista.
La mucura está en el suelo, ay mamá no puedo con ella. Me la llevo la cabeza, mamá.
La mucura está en el suelo y mamá no puedo con ella. Me la llevo en la cabeza, mamá no puedo con ella. Es que no puedo con ella, mamá no puedo con ella. Es que no puedo con ella, mamá no puedo con ella. Muchacha, si tú no puedes con esa mucura de agua, muchacha, llama a San Pedro pa' que te ayude a cargarla. Muchacha, si tú no puedes con esa mucura de agua, muchacha, llama a San Pedro pa' que te ayude a cargarla. Es que no puedo con ella, mamá no puedo con ella. Es que no puedo con ella, mamá no puedo con ella. Muchacha, que te rompió tu mucurita de barro, fue Pedro que me ayudó, pa' que me hiciste llamarlo. Muchacha, que te rompió tu mucurita de barro, fue Pedro que me ayudó, pa' que me hiciste llamarlo. Es que no puedo con ella, mamá no puedo con ella. Es que no puedo con ella, mamá no puedo con ella. Muchacha, si tú no puedes con esa mucura de agua, muchacha, llama a San Pedro pa' que te ayude a cargarla. La mucura está en el suelo y mamá no puedo con ella. Me la llevo la cabeza, mamá no puedo con ella. Es que no puedo con ella, mamá no puedo con ella. Es que no puedo con ella, mamá no puedo con ella.